It looked like I was carrying twins when I was carrying Melbourne. And they was going to try to cut me open 2 times. And my stomach was big still after I gave birth to Melbourne. And I'm going to show y'all some pictures of my stomach after I had already had Melbourne. So this woman was like, you look like you still pregnant. And I was insulted because I was like, why is you talking about my stomach? I just had a baby. Give me time for my stomach to go down. And then Austin said that his sister was a Satanist and that she wanted to talk to me on the phone one day. And she was like, living in another state. And she was like, oh, let me tell you about the phantom kicks. It's when you still get kicks and you still feel like there's a baby inside of you. And she was like, but it's just phantom kicks. That's all it is. And I was like, this lady. And I looked it up, and I guess there is a such thing as phantom kicks where your abdomen is trying to go back to a normal size after you've been stretched out. So I don't recall feeling too many phantom kicks or whatever, but when God said something about them twins or something, you know, like, it's just really scary. And for them to be saying I'm not pregnant, and I am, and God said he was raping me and hitting me while I was pregnant, that's why I'm bleeding. And then God said I'm pregnant. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, or if it's twins, or if Mel was a twin. So I'm gonna show y'all some pictures on my belly when after I had Mel. I could show y'all some side by side comparisons of the size I am now and the size that I was while I was carrying Mel. But then I also, something was like, no eye has seen nor ear has heard what God has prepared for those who love him. And so many people kept visiting me that was twins, like Tia and Tamara, more than once. There was 2 twin little boys, and I'm thinking that the white woman was pregnant with twins because the white woman, I think that was a white woman he was dating, and I remember seeing him with 2 twin little boys, and they looked it like they was white. So I'm assuming that the white woman must be pregnant with twins or something. Or, you know, this is what I was figuring, because I'm thinking in my mind I'm pregnant with 1 baby, you know. I felt a lot of movement, way more than with Mel. When I didn't start feeling movement with Mel B till I was like 4 months. But I was feeling movement very early after Austin had got out of jail. And I don't know what the hell is going on, but I seen Austin, and he was like in some benefits office in a dream that I had. He was in a benefits office, and he had 2 twin little boys, and they looked it like they was kind of like they had some sort of mental slow down. I don't want to say the wrong thing when it comes to children, you know, but they looked like they like they had just a little bit of catching up to do. And they was young, like 1, 2 toddler age, and they looked like straight white kids. Like, they did not look like they was my kids, because I don't know if he had these kids with another woman or if it was just a spirit realm, something spiritual. But he had these two twin boys. And I went up there to where he was getting these benefits in the office, trying to get these benefits for these children. Or I don't know if that's what he was doing, but that's what it looked like. And I just went off on him or something. And I don't think I took the babies from him. I don't think I took the two little babies. Like, I don't think they was mine. I don't know. But I remember going from house to house, going to house to house to house to house, trying to find somewhere just to be. And I remember his mom, because I had used to drive that little white car, and I put some pictures of my car as well that I was driving. And she was saying, oh, I was wondering when you was going to come get it or something. And I ain't want the car no more. I ain't want it. And it was very specific of why I didn't want it. It was some reason why I did not want it no more. And so, Jesus. And so, like, I had another vision about some twins, but they was in my house. And these twins looked different because I had another apartment and these twins was in the room. And I went in the room and I brung them. I don't know if I brung them out or what happened, but some white woman appeared. And there was twin boys and they had blonde hair. So I figured these was her kids. Or it could be symbolic for something in the vision. Because I'm like, I know I didn't give birth to no babies with no blonde hair, because Mel got regular dark hair, and you can tell that he's a mixed child. Like, you can tell he don't look like he's just white. So I'm like, nah, them not my babies. And God was showing me the protective order that they had said, that he said they had a janky protective order, and he broke the power trying to say stay away from Austin, Cynthia, Joseph, and his twins. And I was like, I thought it said his twin or his twins. And I was like, what twins? Like, what are they talking about? So I don't know what the hell going on. But I know when I was locked in the violent room, and they had put me in this room, like, trying to make me out to be violent, because I'm trying to think why exactly did they. I was telling them that somebody had drugged me, and they put me in this room after somebody drugged me with something in my food or my drink. And they put me in this violent room. Well, I guess they call it the shit or whatever. And while I was in there, I don't recall feeling no movement in my belly, because I had already reported to the jail infirmary that I was pregnant, and I had already reported feeling all that movement. Oh, that's so cute. And I had already reported that that I was feeling all this movement and everything. And so I remember not feeling the movement as much, because, like, people was abusing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was abusing me. It was psychological, it was physical, as far as medical care, food, all this stuff. And I didn't feel no movement in my belly. And I had wicked spirits coming to me trying to say, oh, I had worms, talking about we're going to kill that rat in your belly. They were saying they needed to kill what was in my belly. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying, like, the wicked. And I'm going to go into that a little deeper, because that's on a church level. If you don't know spirits, then I don't even want to discuss that with you. But my stomach had been moving, but they were saying I wasn't pregnant, so it was causing me to, I was screaming and crying and yelling and, all of that. And so, like, I wasn't feeling the movement because I had been so emotional and people had been drugging me and stuff. And so, and poisoning me. And so, I was bleeding in the jail. And so, with all this going on. And so I remember God, like, I woke up in the shitter. And when I woke up, my veins, like, were showing in my skin. Like, as y'all see, I'm very, like, you can see my skin. It's like I'm light. But I had purple veins, like, going through all my skin. Like, all on up my arm. It was, like, purple veins. And it looked like I had been dead. And I was scared. And I was like, I was scared, like, what the hell wrong with my body? Because I had passed out. And, well, she told me to lay down. And I passed out. And then there was all kind of stuff going on in the spirit world. And then when I woke up, well, God was in there with me saying, if y'all kill her, I'll do this to you, I'll do that to you. He was coming in the cell. Son saying the spirit came, said that Cynthia put a hit out on me. And they was coming, and the wicked witches and spirits was coming in there, and God came in there. And he cast them out and they ran. And then I had looked at my skin, because he jumped in my body. And he started to speak inside of my body. And I looked at my skin, and I seen my skin. And I saw them purple veins all up my body, and I wanted to know what the hell did y'all do to me? And why my skin look like this, and will it ever go back? What was wrong with my skin? Because it had purple vein going all through my body, all up my arms, all over my body. And the Lord had jumped in me. And I tell y'all about the things that was being said between him and the spirits and stuff that was doing what they were doing, bothering me. And he started up here, and he started praying. And he did like this with my hand and went over my body. And he went over my arms and turned the color of my body back to normal. It went back to the regular skin color. And all the purple veins and everything went away. I stopped looking dead. And I couldn't feel anything. I felt dead. Like I was up, but I didn't have like the feeling that you have when you alive. Like it felt different. And so he did like that, and he started praying. Let me get this charger right quick. Okay. And then he went over my whole body, and he went down to my womb. Like right there, like at the bump part. And I was very small. Like it was so small that I had been in the jail for at least 6-7 months, and it was so small that it was like just like a little pouch, like not big at all. Like, and I was skinny, so it was real tight. It was like a little tight pouch, like probably like that big. That's how big my baby bump was, like the size of my hand. If you put my hand up to something flat, that's like how big my baby bump was, and I was like 6 months, 7 or more. And I remember the Lord put his hand over that part, and then it started moving again. And I knew there was something about that, because if I had worms, or if it was a rat in my belly, or if y'all put black widow spiders in me like they were saying they was going to do, then why would God go pray over me and go down to my womb and restore the movement back into my womb again too? Because he restored the color of my skin, and then he restored the movement back into my womb. My womb started moving again, and it did feel like it could be little worms or something, because I told you the pouch was only like that big, so it was very weird having something in you, and your stomach damn near flat, and you was saying you was pregnant, but you done starved, and you that damn small to where it's still moving like this, and people saying you're not pregnant, and I was scared, but the Lord put the movement back in. And then there was something about a white woman. He was telling me about my cause he had said something about my apartment and my car and stuff like that, and the white woman, and but this wasn't what he was talking about right then. It was something about some white woman in the hospital, and she was in like a facility, and Austin was there, and Cynthia, and she was sick, and the Lord said something about my baby's body, because like Austin being with my son or something, and that it was dangerous for my little boy Melbourne, that people was trying to do something to him in the bathtub. And God was like, y'all better get that baby body out that hot water. Something about some insurance and life insurance. And it scared me, because this could have just been my own mind, la 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 la. But I'm telling you, there's some things that God was saying, or that was being said, and it was all true, and it was all coming true. But these things is very scary to me, because it looked like I'm too, like, I don't, who got twins? Did the girl got twins, or do I got twins? And so it was saying, he said, and them twins she carrying, he said, that baby body worth $63 million or something like that. And I want my son alive. I don't want no money. And then he said, and them twins she carrying worth 200 and something million. And then after that, he was telling the guard she worth a lot of money. Alive. And he was saying, if y'all want to hurt somebody, why don't y'all go after Cynthia and Austin? And then I was scared that they had killed my baby. And God was showing they got a bag of books. They know how to do